we're good?
Yeah.
All right, so we can start?
Let us know when.
Yes.
Just address who you want to speak to and ask them to.
Okay.
Oh,
Are we starting?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Christy Daniel. I'm the director of the Livable Cities program, and I'm here with Robin.
Robin Moon, social epidemiologist from New York City.
Dennis, we're going to ask you to go off mute because we're going to go to you first. So welcome to this Terra Madre discussion. We're going to be talking about lots of great things today. We're going to be talking about farmers markets. We're going to be talking about urban agriculture and the link to informal markets. And we're going to get lots of fun tours, hopefully, if our technology all works out. And so we are going to start with Dennis this morning. Dennis is in Nairobi, and he is going to take us on a tour of his market. So Dennis, can you go off mute, and hopefully we can see you and your lovely market.
There you
There
go.
we are.
Yeah. So just a quick intro.
Dennis, we can't hear you.
Dennis, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear you. I'm not sure where the
You can
mic
hear
is.
me now?
Yes.
Yep.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Great. So I was just saying.
Yeah.
This is a new market. It's just a couple of months old. It's located in a public school because our model is to
I
have a
think,
market
Dennis,
in
I think you're
public
covering the
space.
mic. I think you're covering the mic with your thumb.
How about now?
Nope, bring it
Is it
closer.
better?
Closer to your
Is it
mouth.
better?
No, the
You
mic.
still can't hear me? Yeah,
talk-
you can't hear me.
That's
Now
better.
we can
That's
hear you.
better.
Now we can
Okay.
hear you.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Perfect.
Yes.
Great. Perfect. So I was just giving you a little bit of history around about this market. So this is just a couple of months old. It's a tiny market. We decided to do a Sunday market in a different community from where we used to. So it's like on the other side of town, and it's in a public school. So ideally, we put our market in public spaces so that we can attract, like lots of people within the community. So yeah, so I'm just going to take you in. It's a Sunday, so we tend to have a lot of late setup, but still we go until late in the evening. So here we go, guys. Let me just turn the camera.
Lovely.
This is so exciting.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So no, I don't have the change. Somebody's asking me for some loose change. So this is probably like a station here. The guy specializes in jackfruit and plantains. There's more over here. That's Eunice, who does a lot of peanut butter. Guys can have a little fun here. And then there's what brand is this? Exotic masala. So what is it all about? We actually live.
We have different types of spices here.
Yes.
Like for different types of dishes.
Yeah.
Handmade, no additives.
Yeah. Could you tell us about the sourcing a bit?
So they're locally sourced, and some of them come from Ethiopia. Like we get different ingredients from different parts, and we grind them ourselves, we roast them ourselves, and we package them.
Great. So this is exotic masala, a bit of value-added food items, ingredients sourced from neighboring countries, including Ethiopia. Just tell us your name.
My name is Nahia.
So there's Nahir, and then we've got Sam over here. Sam does a lot of baobab-related products. Hey, Sam, tell us more.
No, we have baobab powder
Yes.
that helps boost the immunity. It
Yeah.
has the main source for vitamin C. And then we have baobab seeds and a little bit of peanut butter, organic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then I can see mabuyu. This is again like baobab seeds,
yeah.
but flavored.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. And then
Kim here.
there's Kim.
Yes,
Kim
we
has
deal
a lot of like this honey. So tell us. Yeah, Acacia honey.
Organic honey. Yes. And the trees around the acacia, that's where we get our honey from. And we also have some.
There's also
cashew
nuts. Yeah.
Yes, chili.
Yes.
And we have honey glazed as well.
Yeah.
And to go with the essential oils, just for the sake of skins.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that's
Oh,
what we have.
yeah, and then some guys are a bit loud here, just having their meal and having fun. We've got a good friend of ours all the way from China. He does lovely noodles. So this is Louis. Hello. Yes, Louis, what's up today? Yeah, so Louis is doing his thing. I'm going to show you what he does.
Okay. Oh
So there's a
wow.
lot of cooking going on here. Yeah. So what's that, Luis? So that's sauce. What's in there, like chili and all that? Great. A bit of peanut. Spring onion. And then green beans. That's a ball packed with goodness, guys. Yeah, and then we've got, of course, customers now. Yeah. So probably that's setting for another client. Yeah. And I can see pak choi in there. Yeah.
Looks delicious.
Yeah, and guys, we're just having a good time. So I'm gonna keep moving. And then we have Lexi here. Hey, Lexi.
Hello.
What's up, Lexi?
The weather is good. I don't know why you haven't come yet. I'm waiting for you. This is the Kilimani market. Come, I'm waiting.
So yeah, Lexi, tell people what do you offer here?
Offering ranges of dawa mixes. There's the classic one, which is ginger lemon. Then there's ginger lemon with turmeric, ginger lemon with garlic. Then we have a most amazing cooking paste. Yes, it's amazing because I have feedback for your marination, your cooking, literally anything that you want. So you want to get covered, the weather is playing ping pong, I got your dawa. You want your food tasting nice, smelling good. Kilimani is the place to be. I'm waiting. Come.
And there's actually these are some of the dawa mixes that she has. These are really nice pastes and mixes that you can use in your drinks, in your cooking. She sources all her ingredients like garlic, ginger, turmeric, all locally, and brilliant, yeah. And then there's we've got some leafy greens over here. So we've got your lettuce head, you've got your parsley, you've got some traditional vegetables like nightshade, black nightshade. There's amaranth. Some apples over there, onions, garlic, ginger, tomatoes, bananas. Yeah, the guy is just busy engaging clients.
Yes. Beautiful.
We got pumpkin. We got that sweet potato. This is yams, arrowroots, Irish potatoes, butternut, lime. Yeah, tell us more. Where's your farm located, guys?
Yeah, in Ngong,
Yes.
and there's lots of Ngong. That's where we found.
So we've got an hour's drive more.
Produce modes, but occasionally we have ready, we bring them to the market.
Great. The little community of just friends and shoppers, the diehards that chill here, and then kitty area.
It's beautiful, Dennis.
And then there's an area I'm gonna take you. Yeah, there's an area I'm gonna take you. There's also another lady with honey over here. Hey, what's this, mommy? Honey, tell us more. Hey, where does it come from? So she sells honey from Baringo. Baringo is that's Rift Valley.
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of honey? From what trees? Is it acacia? Is it acacia trees? What?
Yeah, it's acacia.
Acacia trees.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I know probably you might have some questions. I might not there's another stretch on another side, but I'm more than happy to, because I know I only have about 10 minutes or something, but I'm more than happy to take in a few questions or anything related to that.
We would love to ask
So
a
that
few
others can
questions.
also have the chance.
Yeah. Do you have questions?
Yes, bring them.
So Dennis, where do your shoppers come from? Are they all
Yes.
from the town? Where do
So what
your
happens, we've got different demographics, so
No,
we
go
do
ahead,
we
go
do
ahead.
have most of them are actually like within the yeah, it's sort of like the middle, like the kind of middle income earners, so it's sort of like between posh and semi-posh areas within Nairobi. So yeah, so most of the shoppers come within that area. And then something very interesting, some of them are young expatriates, some of them are, we have a mix of people, from all over the world. Nairobi hosts a lot of people from different parts of the world. We've got Italians, we've got guys from Holland, that's Dutch. We've got a lot of Germans, we've got, guys from Argentina. And then of course we do have our local Kenyans, So yeah, so that's sort of like a mix of what we do have.
It's a place that brings all kinds of people together.
Oh yes, you come to Nairobi in such places, you'd feel you're probably at the UN. It's a mix of everyone, different shades of color and people, Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So, Dennis, I have a couple questions. My first question is, can you tell us a little
Yes.
bit about you and what is your role in the farmers market?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my name is, of course, my name is Dennis Andaye, born and raised in Kenya, Nairobi. I've had an opportunity to travel the world, different places. Right when I just finished actually not when I'd finished, when I was still in the university, I developed an autoimmune disease that almost, I almost died out of it. But through constant research, I just discovered, eating well, eating organic, finding great food. I might have to buy a couple of days to be alive. So I became a farmer. I started producing my own food, in the most natural way, a lot of leafy greens, I kept my chickens, I got my eggs from my farm. It got to a point where more than 90% of what I was eating was actually coming from my farm, other than probably salt and the plate. And then that just went on, and the food was actually a lot. So I started opening up my place for neighbors and family and friends to come and get this food. And through that, people were like, wow, this is amazing. The food is great. We love it. Could you probably like open up a market or something, So it was just a thought, at that particular point. And what happened is that this is in the year 2010. So it was like a once a month event for a very long time, probably for a year. And we're just a handful of farmers, about 6 farmers. And then from there, we were just ahead of time. So there was the need and demand, and people were like, we want more. Could you probably open another day? So we opened twice a month, every Saturday, from about 9 in the morning to about 1 p.m. And that went on and on. And later on, before I discovered, my life was all taken by the markets. And then now and then we just started doing like every Saturday, and the people started, appreciating and coming with shopping baskets and buying and having a good time. So for a long time, for about 2 years, I strictly worked with farmers, but then customers were like, we don't just eat vegetables alone and fruits. Could you help us find good bread? Could you help us find good cheese? Could you help us find good homemade jam and chili and relishes, juices, coffee, tea? So the range just went on and on. And as we're talking to date, our main market that happens every Saturday, the organic farmers market, is probably one of the biggest and greatest things that we have in Nairobi. The market is now promoted as a destination. And people just come to have a good time. You shop, meet friends, and the market is even beyond just the food, because once you get this, it's sort of like you rediscover who you are, I've seen people love, I've seen people, friends that went to together many years back, and they meet each other at markets randomly. So it's been such an amazing space, It's there's a phrase that I came up with, and I said, anyone who's never been at the organic farmers market, probably they've missed half of their life. And I think it's true. I think it's an addiction for me. It's religion. This is the church, So
Yes.
it's amazing, yeah.
Your passion comes through the screen very strongly.
You can feel it right here.
We
right
can
here.
feel it in our hearts. We can feel it in our hearts. I have another question for you.
Humbled. Yes.
Asante Sana.
Yes.
I have a question for you about the
Oh,
school.
lovely. Yes.
I said thank you in Swahili.
No, I understood.
So I have a question for you about the school. So I think that's a lovely idea to hold
Yes.
a farmer's market at the school. Was it difficult to get permission, or how did that process work?
So it was very difficult because of the government bureaucracy. And of course, you know, we work in a country where people don't believe you can do things clean, you know, you sort of like have to bribe your way, but we don't do that. We tried setting up a market here of the year 2017, and it became a very popular market, very popular. But then the Ministry of Education just decided to come and say, you're going to shut it because this thing is so big. There's always like issues around land and land grabbing. And they felt the market is so popular that we might end up claiming that the school property is actually our property. So we had to stop it. The market was stopped by the government. And it was such a shame and a pity. But then I didn't give up, you know. I kept addressing this with the school board of management. I kept discussing this with the Ministry of Education, because one of the things that we're losing as a country, especially in this area, is space. Public space is no longer there. Land has always been sold and subdivided into little plots, and then everybody's just erecting all these buildings and all that. So there's no space to hold a market. There's no space for the community to come. The only spaces that exist belong to the government through public schools. So it was sort of like a partnership. And in our partnership, you know, now we say, listen, and we don't pay for the rent, but we give them a contribution, a percentage of the stalled money that goes into a school feeding program. Because again, these are not private high-end schools. These schools, you know, will have kids from neighboring slum areas. So what happens is the money goes into an account that buys food to just make the plate, you know, nicer, healthier, and better. So, and that's what we do. Yeah. So it wasn't easy, but yeah, it's happening now. And we hope probably other guys can copy the model. Yeah.
What a beautiful program you have. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Asante Sana.
Asante
Thank you.
Sana.
So
Asante. Lovely.
we're going to go now to Kathmandu, but we hope you'll stay on the line. And then if we have time at the end, we'll
Yes.
try and have a discussion with everyone. So
Correct.
thank you so much, Dennis. We're going to move on to Niharika now. Niharika, we have managed to download the video of the market. So if you could go off mute and say hello to us, and then hopefully that will then change the video over.
Yeah, hi, Christy.
Hi.
Hello.
Yay, we can see you. We can see you. So we're going to play the Kathmandu video. We were able to get the technology to work. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to tell us a little bit about what we're seeing as we walk through the market.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, great. So hopefully you'll be able to see the video as well. Can you see the video?
Yes, Christy.
Okay, great.
There you are.
So you're kind of talking to us, but I don't think we're going to be able to hear your voice, which is fine.
Well, we can if you want.
Oh,
Do you want to talk over it, or do you want to hear the voice?
Would you rather us hear your voice as you're talking to us on the video, Niharika?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. So we'll listen to her voice on the video,
Okay.
and then we'll ask you some questions at the end. So we can't hear it. Can you hear it?
We cannot hear anything.
You can't hear it either.
Yeah, we
Okay.
cannot hear.
Okay, let me try that once more.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just have her talk over it. We'll see if we can get it. But
There's a
if not,
checkbox, you just have to click. Yeah.
watch this. Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's fine. We'll ask Niharika to talk over it for us. So Niharika, if you can come back on and go off mute. You're taking us on a lovely tour of the Asan market.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Are you there?
Yes, Christy. Can you hear
Great.
me?
Yep, I can hear you. So why don't you tell us what we're seeing?
So this is the iconic ancient Asan Bazaar. It's an open air market. It's very popular. It has a lot of history. So it is one of the most historic and ancient bazaars here in Kathmandu because it was one of the first India-Tibet trade routes passing through Kathmandu. And it's an iconic bazaar. So we can find everything here from fresh fruits and vegetables, molasses. We can find some clarified butters and oils from local teas and spices, dried fish. So these are all the things that can be found here. And that's what exactly I am saying in this video too.
Lovely. Now, is this a market that is every day?
Yes, this is an everyday market. It starts from 6 a.m. in the morning up to 8:30 a.m. Another interesting thing about this market is that it is a public space. It is a destination, not just a marketplace. So the functions keep on changing. These spaces get transformed with additional layers of functionality. So our public spaces are quite unique in that case, that it is flexible and adaptive, and it gets transformed with layers of functionality. So here, as you can see, the farmers, the shoppers have already set up their shops with all their fresh produce, fresh from the field. So these are all.
Niharika, would you say this is a place where majority of your locals get their fresh products?
Yes, definitely. Because we Kathmanduis actually love shopping at daily local open air markets like these because I guess we can find more organic, nutrition packed, fresher produce than shopping at supermarkets. So yeah, we have more people shopping at these daily local markets. So as you can see, we have some fresh tomatoes, bell peppers, and tofu. So these are all organic, fresh produce.
And Niharika, would the vendors be the same every day or would they be different vendors every day?
Actually, the vendors are usually the same. They occupy the same spot too. But sometimes it keeps changing. So this here, you can see this is an interesting fruit. It's called custard apple, sitafal in Nepali. So this is an indigenous native fruit. So we have people selling papayas, different varieties of fruits as well. So yeah, this interesting thing is called fryam. So these are like colorful tapioca starch or potato starch things that we fry. So we used to have these a lot when we were kids. So this brings back a lot of childhood nostalgia and memories. So these are typically made up of tapioca starch or tinted sago. So we really enjoyed binge eating these when we were kids.
I'm drooling right now.
That's delicious.
These are all varieties of dried fishes. We usually use them for religious ceremonial purposes. And this here is an interesting, this is called bota. It is also known as toppari. This is basically a sal leaf plate. It's sustainable, it's biodegradable, disposable. So it's usually used during traditions, ceremonies like marriages. And since Dashai is right around the corner, we can find a lot of sellers, buying, selling these leaf plates around here at Asan Market. So this is another interesting thing. Street vendors also have started using these leaf plates now because it's easy to use, it's disposable and environmental friendly. So here you can see some legumes and pulses, all nutrition packed, a variety of them.
Lovely.
So these are some interesting stuffs. So This here is called gundruk. It's basically fermented spinach leaves and radish leaves. Yeah, this is called gundruk. We can make a pickle out of it, or we can even make curries. It's a very popular ingredient here in Nepal.
How many vendors would you say, just roughly?
Sorry, yeah. So this here I'm holding, this is called marcha. It's a kind of yeast. So we usually prepare rice beer out of this. So these are some of the things that can only be found here at Asan Bazaar. So that's why it's also very popular. So this here is chaku. It's molasses basically. So we usually consume molasses during peak winters because it gives us energy. It keeps our bodies warm. So some of the best quality molasses can be found at Asan Bazaar. Also some good quality jaggery. So although Kathmandu has become such an expansive city, there are quite a few things that can only be found at Asan. And these shops, some of the shops at Asan Bazaar have been running for generations, and they can now be termed as heritage shops because they have been running for generations and they are still going strong. So this is one such shop. So we can term them as heritage shops now.
Lovely.
Another very interesting fact is this temple, this 3-story pagoda style temple is called Annapurna Temple. Anna means food or grains and Purna means completely filled. Like everything in Hindu Dharma, even the food we consume has a goddess and it ensures the nutrition we get. So this is something very fascinating about this bazaar.
And I would imagine that having a temple in the market itself actually acts as a protective factor of the market. Because
Yes.
I know we don't destroy temples, right? So
Right. So yeah, another typical Nepali breakfast is seal roti. So you can see someone preparing the seal roti. So it's basically made of rice flour with a hint of sweetness. So it tastes even better with a steaming cup of tea, milk tea. So it's a staple, morning staple here in Kathmandu. So this is how we Kathmanduis roll, basically.
lovely. So would the vendors themselves are not farmers, would they connect directly to a farmer or would they go through a wholesale market in order to purchase their goods?
It actually depends, Christy, because they usually source all these vegetables basically from farmers from different parts of the city. So basically, most of the produce you can see here are we get it from Bhaktapur, another city here in Kathmandu. So people here are selling, most of them are selling fresh produce directly from the field. So these are all nutrition packs. So they are very close to nature and they also have lower carbon footprint, I would say. It also boosts our local economy. So marketplaces are not just places to shop for Nepalese, they are places to connect with each other, to simply relax and have a good time.
Well, and in 2015, you had a massive earthquake in Kathmandu and in Nepal. And if I'm not mistaken, this market was up and running fairly quickly after the earthquake. Is that correct?
Yes, Christy, the earthquake actually highlighted and reinforced the importance of public spaces, open public spaces to us. So these were the times when people realized how important it was to support small scale farmers and local businesses. So on the brighter side, I would say the earthquake was a kind of a silver lining in a dark cloud, I would say. So in times of crisis, people actually realized how important it was to support our local economy and they valued open public spaces. So yeah, that's how.
Lovely.
Thank
you. Thank you so much. It was so beautiful. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today and take us on that tour. We're going to go to India now, but if we could ask
thanks,
you to Oh, thank you. So stay on the line because we might have time for a bit of a discussion among all of us at the end. So if you can go on mute now, thank you so much. And George and Ulas, we're going to ask you to go off of mute so that we can hopefully see you. And then we're going to queue up for your video.
So can I share my video?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
No, we
I think we have it now.
We have it.
Okay. Hold on a second, Ullas. I think they are this thing.
I think we have it.
We have the video here.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, perfect.
So I'm going to introduce George and Ulas while we're pulling up the video. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
George and Ulas, for joining us today. They are from our partner, Health Bridges partner in India, and they're called ASAF. And we're so thrilled to have you. And George, tell us a little bit about what we're going to see today. I believe it's an urban agriculture farm. Is that right?
Yeah, it's actually the organic farming that we do in Kerala, one of the states in India. So it's been quite successful over the years. We have started this program in 2015, and since then we are promoting organic farming in educational institutions, government offices, and unused government lands. With the permission of the local government, we used to take those lands to do farming. So we convert unused lands into fertile lands, and we bring the vegetables which are cultivated organically to the local markets. We recently introduced local farmers markets in 2 districts. So we have been doing this program in five districts of Kerala. It's a big area.
Great.
So our objective is to bring the organic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we've got the video, and we'll get you to tell us about the video, and then we'll have the discussion at the end.
All right.
Oh, we can hear music.
Can you please start it from the beginning? It is not from the beginning.
Yep.
And please reduce the volume a bit.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Possible.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks everyone. Thanks Christy. Thanks for having us here at Terra Madre. So now we are going to give you a small summary of the organic farming practice that we do in one of the districts in Kerala, India. Basically, it's a hilly area, and only 17% of the land of Malappuram district is being used for cultivating vegetables. That's a very limited land area where cultivation is being done. This is the major reason why we need to depend more on other states to get vegetables. So this is the picture. This is the overview of Malappuram district. On the video itself, you can see the land availability for cultivation. Now, this is one of the permanent markets in Malappuram district. It's in a good shape. It's not in a good shape. And the infrastructure given by the municipality is not at all good. People cannot, even from the video, you can find the mobility aspect. You take the mobility aspect. People cannot go in and purchase those goods very easily. And the vegetables come from the neighboring state like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and the vegetables were with high use of chemicals and pesticides. So this is the major reason why we have decided to initiate farming in schools, colleges, and government lands. This one organic farming practice we have done in one of the government colleges in Malappuram. So 200 students, as you can see in the video, 200 students from the government college came up together and started cultivating with the technical support. Instead of doing farming in the land, because we associated with the Department of Agriculture and found out that the land, that the soil available for the farming was not that good for doing land cultivation, because beneath the soil there was rock. Presence of rock was there. So we have decided to promote drawback farming there instead of doing land cultivation. So 200 students came up together and we formed one group, and they started planting the seeds in the seed trays, and later on the seedlings were taken and put that in the grow bags. Now these are the works. As you see in the picture, these are the result after the harvest. These are the producers that they could generate. All the things, watering, mixing of these soils and the organic fertilizer, they did it themselves. And later on,
It looks beautiful, George.
This
And
is the site.
Is this in the city center?
It's not in the city center, within 5-kilometer radius.
Okay.
So it's a good city. Actually, a lot of mobility people comes there to this place.
So land.
The college is located is a good area. So we have started this, create an awareness among the students and generate a kind of culture among them to start farming. Because most of the people in Malappuram district were not used to farming. Only 17% of the land is being used for cultivation. So that was our focus. We have introduced farming there, the government college for the first time. It was a huge success. And even the municipality had given all their support to us. And we have piloted one students' vegetable market in Malappuram corporation area, Malappuram municipality area. Even the land was provided by the local body, because they haven't given any land to any vendor earlier. So this was the first ever students market introduced in Malappuram district.
So I just
You
want to
see in the picture how.
I just want to be clear, George. So the government gave the space to the students to start their own farmers market so that they can sell their goods. Is that right?
Yes. Now we are moving on to the community farming. The first one was with the colleges, and now we have identified 5 different locations in Malappuram, and with the support of the municipality, the local government. And we have started the community farming there with the support of 208 community people from the neighborhoods. 51 families were involved in this farming. 1 or 2 men were there, and 1 or 8 women were a part of this farming practice. Now still the farming is going on. And the government support since the Department of Agriculture had given them training. The monitoring was done by ISAP. And vegetables like okra, brinjal, green chilies, tomatoes, Chinese potatoes, yams, bottle gourds, spinach, black pepper. A lot of 11 or 12 varieties of vegetables were produced. Even the students, even the children, without inviting them, after their school time, they'll come to the site and they'll start helping their parents. So it was a nice picture.
That's beautiful. And if I'm remembering correctly, George, the families that are doing the urban farming are mostly low-income families. Is that correct?
Yes, Christy.
And so this will also then help them with their livelihoods and it help them with their nutrition. Yeah.
Now after the harvest, we bring those vegetables to the local farmers market. This was the first ever in Kerala such market was introduced. That was in Malappuram. Later we have introduced it in Trivandrum district as well. Now our idea is to expand this to all other districts in the state, maybe to other states as well.
Right.
So this was possible only with the support of the government, because without the support of the local body, you cannot initiate such market in the municipality area. It was initiated nearby one of the major roads in Malappuram. As you can see the road there.
And isn't there a story, George, where the very first time that the community started to cultivate the vegetables, that they opened it up to the local community and they sold out in an hour and a half. They had no more vegetables, so people were buying them very quickly. Is that right?
Yeah, that was a different side. That was in
Okay.
Thrissur district.
Okay.
Yeah. So now people, because it's been cultivated organically, people without being informed to any of the general public through advertisements or any of the other kind of promotional medias, they came. When they see the organic farming, the news went like wildfire. All the vegetables were sold like hotcakes, and even the municipality had given us a certificate. Even Health Foundation.
I got a certificate too.
We, the Malappuram municipality, which is situated in Kerala, we have successfully implemented the project named as organic farming here in our local people. The main objective of this scheme was improve our people involvement in the locally and in our LSCD area, improve their involvement in the agriculture sector, especially among children, school going students and youth and all. We are all, everybody know that this agriculture sector is facing number of challenges, especially it will not be capable to investment, it will not create any kind of investment based return. That's why the farmers are withdrawing among this agriculture sector. So as a public governance system, it is our responsibility to improve the participation of the people and also to provide their sufficient margin for their products. So we have planning this organic farming in various area in the regional basis. What are the products which is took from that agriculture program? We will enable them and also support them to market their products also. And further to that, it is only way for getting more benefit for the farmers. They support their value-added products. Then only they will get sufficient income among the agriculture sector. So municipality, our LSCD municipality planning expand this organic farming in other rest of the area of our municipality, and the same time we will plan for enhance their marketing facilities among our people. It is the responsibility of all stakeholders like corporates, NGOs and public sector undertakings and all. Especially in the case of ISAF, they have took great initiative to implement this project in successfully here. They are constantly supporting this project. Last several years, ISAF has given immense support for the successful implementation of this project.
He was the municipal chairperson for the Malappuram municipality. So we have decided to include his testimony.
Is that an elected person or is that a person who is hired into the job?
No, he's an elected person. He's the chairperson. He's the topmost position in the municipality.
Okay. So for us, we would call that a mayor.
Yeah.
In North America, yeah. He's the mayor.
Yeah. For municipality, we have chairperson. And for corporation, we have mayor.
Right.
He's similar to mayor.
Right. Okay. Very good. It was excellent. Thank you so much for the tour.
Thank you.
Did you have any questions? I think you gave such a perfect tour. I think I have one more question for you, George. Do you see the program expanding in the cities themselves, or is there more unused land that you think you could use to produce the food?
Yeah, we have more unused lands in all the districts, not just in Malappuram district. So we are identifying those lands along with the support of the local body.
Right.
So we need to take permission from the local body to start any such initiative. So we need to be in touch with them, and along with them we'll introduce such organic farming sites in other areas as well. So in Malappuram district as well. That's a plan.
And did you find that it was difficult to convince them, or was it easy?
It wasn't easy because if it was not at all easy. We have started the program in 2015, and it took this much time to start convincing them. Now, from last year only, they started understanding the importance of doing organic farming, because these days a lot of chemical, a lot of pesticides were being used in the nearby states, and all the vegetables are coming from the nearby states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and so on. So they understood the importance, because if you eat more vegetables with high pesticide use, then they'll all try to diseases like cancer, kidney and lung diseases. So that's morbidity rate is higher.
So you're really
eating.
Really filling a demand, which is lovely. Well, George, I want to thank you and Ulas for joining us today. And I'm looking at the time, and it looks like we are out of time. So I'm going to thank all of our speakers today for the amazing tours that you gave us of your sites. I think what I learned was that there is so much passion that comes with working with food, but it is also a lot of hard work. And sometimes, both Dennis and George were talking about some of the challenges about getting permissions to actually do this work. But once you do it, it's so fulfilling. So thank you so much, everyone, for your participation and for joining us today in the portal at the Terra Madre, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.
We have so much to learn from you.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Bye.